everybody, happy Thursday. I hope that you've had a wonderful week, and tomorrow is Friday. It's finally Friday. If you want to hear the full rendition, well, not really full rendition, I don't even know all the words, but I will sing it on Snapchat tomorrow, so if you want to hear it, follow me. I know a lot of you miss the song, so you can follow me on Snapchat for all the shenanigans. But without further ado, let's get into today's question. Now, this is something that I haven't really talked that much about in the past, and so why not talk about it now? So the question is, hey Katie, I have a question and I hope that this makes sense. I've been self-harming for 16 years and it's always helped. All of a sudden, it stopped helping. It isn't enough. My question is, what does this say to you as a therapist, and what does it say about me? That I am sicker than I realize? Question mark. And I thought that this was something really important to talk about for many reasons. Number one, if we are trying to replace unhealthy coping skills with healthy ones, it's important that we have a bunch, and of the ones that really work for us, we're always trying new things with it. We're trying to shape it into this. We have, let's say crafting really works for us. We have like 12 different types of crafts we like to do. And so maybe we'll be collaging, maybe we paint, maybe we try finger painting, maybe we try sculpting, maybe we try, you get the idea. We need to have a lot of different options that we can kind of change and shift, because coping skills slowly kind of stop working as our mind, because we're so adaptive as humans, right? And so our brains get used to, oh, well, this is what I do, and blah, 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 and it ends up not giving us that extra oomph that we need to get over the urge or impulse or whatever is happening, whatever we're using that coping skill to help manage. So with that being said, you can see how it may even relate to unhealthy coping skills, and that they slowly stop working. Now, it's my belief, and as always, leave your thoughts on this in the comments, because I don't ever assume that I know everything. I'm just taking from what I've heard from you, from my experience with my own clients in my practice, and from what I've read, studied, talked with colleagues about. But that still means that everyone's experience can be different. So let us know your thoughts about this below, and give us a thumbs up if you like videos like this, because that helps YouTube know that it's important. So I think there are two reasons why coping skills stop working, and let's just say unhealthy coping skills, even though in a lot of ways you can talk about them the same. But there are two reasons. Number one, we're outside of the situation or the trigger or whatever it was that caused us to use it, and nothing else is really triggering it. We're not having flashbacks, we're not really struggling. Maybe we processed it through with a therapist, hey, and so we don't need it anymore. So it's actually not even desirable, and if we did it, it doesn't really do anything. It's like benign. It's like nothing. Or two, we're getting sicker, we're not getting help, we're not talking to anybody about it, and so it needs us to escalate it. It needs us, like we were talking about the healthy coping skills, to morph it into something that works, to try something else. I've had clients who use self-injury talk about having to self-injure on certain parts of their body depending on how much they're struggling. Let's say wrists being the most suicidal in nature, and when they're feeling their worst, they will self-injure there, because that does it makes it feel better. It's actually helping. It works like the coping skill that it used to work, if that makes sense. I know that that's kind of tricky, but that's kind of how I've heard from my clients it works for them. But everyone's different, and often with eating disorders in particular, I'll have clients who used to have to, let's say, purge X number of times in order for them to negate this binge that they felt they had. But after a while, that doesn't become enough, and then we've added on, we have to exercise, and we also have to do this other compensatory behavior and take a laxative or whatever, and we keep adding on these things so that the coping skill keeps helping us cope. You follow? And so that's what I would, with this in particular, I don't see anywhere in here where this person has said that they're getting help, that they're seeing a therapist, and so my guess would be that it's asking you to escalate because it's actually getting worse. And yes, I believe that you are sicker than you realize, because once we started working through it and processing it, the coping skills slowly lose our need for them. They slowly lose the impulse, they slowly stop working, they slowly stop helping us cope with what we're going through. And so if we're needing to escalate it and it's not helping, but the urge hasn't gone away and it's gotten stronger, Please reach out for help. Please see someone. I know not all therapists understand self-injury, but it never hurts to talk about it. Know that you can see many therapists before you decide to settle on one and find one that you really click with, you feel like gets you. And if you want more information on self-injury and stuff like that and my thoughts on it, click over here. And if you haven't subscribed, geez, I sound like Miranda sings. But if you haven't subscribed, click over here. And I will see you on Monday. Oh, and I almost forgot. I'm going to be doing a live stream this Saturday. You asked for it. You got it. At noon. Noon this Saturday, noon Pacific Standard Time. I'm in California. If you get confused as to what that means, leave comments in the below if you know what that means. If you're on the East Coast, you're 3 hours ahead. If you're in the UK, I believe it's like 8 or 9 hours ahead. If you're in Hawaii, you're 2 hours behind. You get the gist. I'll see you on Saturday at noon on You Now, okay?